What's up, guys?
Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey, and Water. We're here, season 4.
We're here.
We're making some changes, guys, but we're super stoked to be here. I don't think we thought we'd ever see the day.
Yeah, honestly, I'm proud of us. Like, we are hit season 4. This is our 38th episode.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's like some statistic that podcasters who are like, well, I want to start a podcast, they only make it to like 12 episodes. So we've made it three times over, right? That's 3 times.
Something like that.
Something like that. So yeah, this is an exciting moment. Good for go us. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you for joining us on this ride, you guys. You all who are listening, couldn't do it without you. Truly. And wow, we're here. While we're here, we got a bone to pick with you. Yeah, you listening.
Oh my God.
We're going to bully our audience.
Truly. Because, okay,
here's the deal.
There's a good amount of you out there, right? We're not gonna name names. We're not gonna.
We see the numbers,
but there's a good amount of you every fucking week that tunes in,
which we're happy about.
And we love you. We love you so much. Thank you.
I love you. I love you so much.
If you're listening right now, I love you.
I love you.
You're amazing. But you guys, we have such a silent audience. Like there's a lot of you that are loyal that listen every week. We see it. But we don't see you guys like interacting with us on like IG. Like, guys, we don't bite.
Y'all are silent AF. And this is a conversation that like we had the other day and we're like, all right, this needs to be addressed because
we have to address it.
And we're not here to guilt trip you guys.
Yes,
it's a genuine
I'm absolutely here to guilt trip you.
Jess is here to guilt trip you guys. I'm here to just be like, yo, where y'all at? Come out of the woodworks. We ask every week. And it's not like I don't want you guys to just post on your stories. Like, it's a genuine, like, interact with us, DM us, comment on stuff. Let us know who you guys are.
We want to know who you are.
Yeah, and we have an incentive for this. We came up with a good idea to try to incentivize you guys to just like literally come out of the woodwork, stop hiding. We see the numbers. The numbers are great. Like, shout out you. We're thankful you're listening. Mm-hmm. But like, you guys know a lot about us and we don't even know who the fuck you are. There's a problem with that.
I don't know, guys. It's just, you guys know literally our deepest, darkest secrets.
I just feel like you put me in such an uncomfortable position. Like,
why would you do this?
Why would you do this? But okay, so here's the lowdown. Mm-hmm. We, up until this point, Jess and I have only, on the Whiskey and Water account, we've only followed the two of us because we wanted to fucking be cool. And being cool is overrated. Facts. So season 4, we're coming at things differently. One of those things is we're going to start following you guys back. The ones who come every week, the ones who show up and listen, the ones who give a damn. Like, we're not just following random people. Mm-hmm. You listening to this right now, we are going to follow you back on Instagram because, like, what the fuck?
And we want to like all your shit and comment on all your shit.
And we're going to stalk you and we're going to hype you up and comment on your shit, like Jess said. So yeah, we thought that would be like a great first like way for us to try to figure out who you guys are. Yeah. Like,
and like, we genuinely like want to like, have relationships with you guys and know what you guys want to talk about and hear and what you guys want advice on, because originally like that's why we started the podcast. And, out of the gate, it was really strong. But then I feel like it just kind of like faded out a little bit, and we just want to build that relationship with you guys and have that line of communication, because it's kind of hard. Like, it's this is like a one-sided thing. It's like me and Olivia fucking talking to ourselves every week, and it's like we just want a better line of communication with you guys. So
It's like a relationship where you're giving like 80% and then the other person's giving like 20%. And we just really want it to be 50-50. But yeah, even like when we like ask for audience submissions, like we get crickets, guys. And like that's something we would love to start sharing more about.
Yeah, and a lot of people like ask, like we will be like, okay, like what do you guys want to know more of? And then people are like audience submissions, and then we ask for audience fucking submissions. and it's I mean, given that, like it is on our personal pages, like we do get like audience submissions, which is what we tend to use. But on the Whiskey and Water page, like we don't have like, I think we have more listeners than we do like people that engage on the page. So it's like a lot of you guys that are listening now, like I feel like a lot of you aren't on the page, but that's a really good way. Like we're always posting about like what you guys want to see and hear and advice and things like that. So make sure that you guys are keeping up to date on there. We will follow you back. And
so I guess if you're listening to this right now, shoot us a DM. We do not bite. Like, don't be scared. It blows my mind thinking about like the people who have and then there's a handful of people who reach out every week or have reached out once and been like, thank you or whatever it is, or like I love the show. But guys, we
might be being dramatic, but you know.
No, the percentage. So if you're listening to this, send us a DM. It could be an emoji. It could be like a hi, a waving sign hi, comment on a picture, like do something to interact with us and we will follow you back and know that you are listening to this and know that you are an every week listener and just show you love and stalk you and hype you up, gas you up. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Also, if you guys aren't already subscribed on the podcast app or Spotify or YouTube, please make sure you hit that button so you can be the first to hear our episodes when they come out. Whoop, whoop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So that's done.
Yeah, we got that out of the way. All right, brother.
Guilt trip over.
Yeah. How was your last week? We had a week off, so catch us up on your life, brother.
Not much has changed. I think I'm just really realizing that like this whole COVID situation is it almost feels like a lifestyle change at this point, because it's like you know, obviously there's hot spots and like where you guys are could not be as bad, but in Florida and in Miami right now, numbers are still going up and it's a lot of back and forth on guidelines and policies. I don't feel super comfortable going out in public and doing things unless I have to. And I feel like this is going to be a thing for the rest of the year. So I'm kind of just like getting used to it and like making the best of being a homebody and really reading a lot. I'm reading a great book right now. And, you know, trying to get some good habits, trying to meditate every day, trying to get a better sleeping schedule, morning routine. Yeah, just like utilize the time because
becoming a fucking adult, crazy.
Yeah, well that, and I just feel like for so many years we were so busy every day, like especially before especially before, you know, COVID happened, we were just like nonstop. Like I fucking lost hair, guys. Like
she no really joke. Did. And it's not a coincidence that the hair is growing back.
Thriving. No, but yeah, so that's kind of it. I'm just trying to really utilize this time and like appreciate the slowing down of things.
Yeah, I mean, a few months ago we would have died for a fucking day in. You know what I mean? Like we would have not died. I guess the expression is killed. We would have killed for. We would have killed for just a week to break. Not do anything and just sit at home. And although it's different when it's kind of forced upon you, I think that we're definitely super grateful for this time.
For the slowdown.
Yeah. Not to mention, I know it's hard, guys, but please continue to quarantine and wear your masks and just be responsible. Unlike me. I kind of thought everything was over because everyone was like going out and everything was opening, and I was like, okay,
mentally,
and I was like, hey, like I'm gonna be fine, like whatever, like I would have gotten it by now, like justifying all this stupid shit in my head.
That's what we do.
And I think I was just really anxious to start getting back to normal life again, and I ended up getting coronavirus, and I mean it for me,
and that's that. Well, she hasn't gotten her results back yet. But she's almost positive.
Yeah. I mean, I need to call because I think I missed the call. I got tested like over over a week ago now. So I should have gotten results, but I think I missed the call. So we have to check. But like I'm 99% sure it's corona, you know, like I had all the symptoms: fever, body aches, chills, congestion, like could not taste food for like 2 weeks.
That's like the
that's like the telltale sign, yeah.
If you can't taste food.
And a lot of people that I was hanging out with at, because I went out for like a friend's birthday, not like out, but like I went to.
It was like a beach party.
Yeah, like a sort of like get together, and you know, no one was wearing their masks, being all Miami, kissing everyone on the cheeks. Like I was definitely being irresponsible. I will admit that. Like, you know, I was being fucking stupid, and so and everyone that was there pretty much got corona. Like everyone that I spoke to, because the minute I started feeling something, I said, hey, I texted everyone that I came in contact with, and I was like, hey, I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm not feeling well. I'm pretty sure I have COVID, blah, blah, blah. You should be quarantining. You should be, you should get tested if you can, because like you shouldn't be going out and seeing anyone, because if I have it, there's, you know, a possibility that you have it as well. You just haven't started feeling symptoms. And immediately I got texts back that were like, dude, I think I have it too. And I was like, well,
crazy.
And I'm like, well, you could have told me, because I was freaking out and I felt so bad having to text these people and be like, hey, I think I have COVID. But
and they're like, no, I gave it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I ended up giving it to my boyfriend, Juan.
Oh, does he think he has it?
He definitely had it, and he had it worse than I did.
No way.
Yeah. Fortunately, mine wasn't that bad. I had a 1-day fever, and then I started feeling better. Definitely really lethargic and lightheaded a lot. Like that lasted for like a week. But as far as like the fever goes and everything, my main symptom was loss of taste and like congestion, which lasted for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. But anyways, my boyfriend got it, and I was really scared. I was really, really
You didn't
scared.
tell me this.
Dude, I've just been laying low. I mean, like, I've been dead ass. Like, just now recently is when I started, like, getting out and getting better, because I was sick. Like, I stayed in quarantine for, like, the past over 2 weeks, like, since I thought I had it. I, like, did not go out. I, like, did not go around my family. I did not go around anyone besides my boyfriend. And, you know, he was taking care of me while I had it. And then he subsequently got it. And his was a lot worse. His fever was like higher than mine. And he was just like, he couldn't sleep. He was feeling terrible. Like he didn't get out of bed for like 4 days.
Oh my God. Dude, I did not know this. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was really fucking scary. Like there had been like the first night he was like having a lot of trouble. Like he was like shaking and just felt horrible. Like could barely talk to me, dude. I was like crying, like laying in bed next to him, because I was so worried.
Oh my gosh, dude, like, that is so scary. And it's just scary because it's like, the thing about this is it affects everyone so differently. Like, you see people who don't have symptoms. You see people who have symptoms for a day.
I thought you had it, I was like, oh, you're gonna be fine. I was fine. I
knew you were thinking that too, because you were like, oh, I'll just see how I feel. I'm like, but it's not about how you feel. It's about the fact that you have it, because anyone can. It's just crazy. Like, it's so unpredictable. It's crazy.
Yeah. And so fortunately he's like, he just started feeling better like a week ago, and I've still been like quarantining and just being responsible and not going out, not going anywhere without my mask. And yeah, so that's kind of
crazy. So we wanted to start season 4 with in-person stuff, and then this happened, and obviously you guys understand that we can't do that right now. So these remote episodes are going to have to do for just a bit longer.
Yeah.
Until it's safe, obviously. But yeah, craziness.
Yeah.
And I think it's sorry.
No, go ahead.
Like, I just think it's hard when it's like, you know, when we had a stay-at-home order and all this shit was going down, it's like it was very clear what the expectations were and the responsibilities were of the people. And now it's like no one knows. And it's kind of up to everyone's own discretion. And it's like restaurants are open. These places are open. Beach clubs are open. So it's like if they're open, people are going to go.
And you know what? It's and like you said, like it's different because like when we had the stay-at-home order, there was no FOMO. There was no like, oh, well, I'm missing out on something. And it was like, and that's kind of what fucked me up because it was like a friend's birthday, and it was like, oh, you know, everyone's going. It's like we're good now.
You don't want to be that like one person who's being over dramatic and like
that. And people like there was people literally texting me being like, oh, like. How was your quarantine? Like, aren't you glad it's over? And like, it was just kind of like pushed into our like heads that like this is kind of over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's
crazy.
My roommate got it too. I didn't give it to my roommate, not to my knowledge, because I was out of town. I was in Tampa for the week that I had it. And that's when he got it. So like my roommate got it too. Like, guys, people are like, I didn't think this shit was real, kind of, like I was just being ignorant, and
it's kind of like it's not real until someone has it or you yourself have it. Because even like we had a scare because Tyler's coworker tested positive, and everyone in his job had to get tested, and thankfully they all came back negative, which was a surprise to me. So that was like our one scare, and I stayed really calm considering we didn't no one had any symptoms, so I really it was easy for me to not worry. But after that I was like, I don't want to hear it. We're not doing anything anymore. We're going back into quarantine. Like, we're not seeing people.
Have to. Yeah, but hopefully everything is like I hope we're just getting over this hump, honestly, because I don't know. And the thing is, there's just not a lot of information about like whether or not you can get it again. Like, I'm hoping that now I have the antibodies and I'm kind of just
up in the air.
I know, it's scary, but and like my mom's getting married in like September, and like she's kind of like she's like I have to kind of go through with everything. Obviously, like if it gets worse, like she will put it off, and she's having still something intimate and small, but it's like. It's just wild.
2020 is wild. Like, it's unpredictable. I want to say that this is going to be happening for the rest of the year, but I think so. Other than getting coronavirus, any other updates or catch-ups?
I mean, I feel like a lot's happened because we filmed our season 3 closing episode a couple of weeks ago, since we, you guys know that we film stuff in advance sometimes. So yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot has happened. I think I told people that I was trying to break my lease. Did I tell them that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so, on the last episode. Yeah,
I think so. I think I did. Thanks. So I'm breaking my lease. This is my last month here. Yeah, and it's been good to me, but it's just time for a change. And I signed a lease at a new apartment building. Still in Miami, of course, but it's so much nicer. Vibes. Keep up on the gram. You guys are going to see my entire fucking page change to like just things in my home.
She has a pool. She has a gym. I am hype for both of those things.
I have those here, guys, but it's just not nice.
And she never uses them, so I didn't know she had them.
Other than that, looking forward to just like kind of getting back to normal life, although I am trying to like appreciate these moments. I know. So I don't know if I've mentioned Megan before. Megan is one of my best friends from North Carolina, and she just got engaged, and I just got a little card in the mail asking me if I'd be a bridesmaid.
Oh, so cute.
I'm super excited for that. That'll be happening next year, hopefully. God permitting.
Honestly.
And that's going to be in North Carolina. So I'm really, really excited for that.
That reminds me, like, what I have been doing, since with all this time on my hands, I've started to just look at wedding stuff, like wedding inspo and venues and places. And I'm looking at places in Arizona. Like I said, if you guys are loyal, you know that I talked about doing my wedding in the mountains. And I ended up in this, like, of course, like the nicest, most luxurious venue in fucking Arizona where Tiesto had his wedding. I'm like, this is it. This has to be it. Oh my
God.
And then a day later, Kylie Jenner is literally posting that, like, I reckon she's not even tagging it, but I recognize from her photos that it's the venue that I stalked the day before, and I'm like, fuck.
That's so wild. And that's probably just made the price go so much higher.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, but it's so beautiful. I'm just gonna put that on my dream board and manifest it. But yeah, that's been fun. I'm kind of just like looking around.
I literally cannot wait for you to start planning your wedding.
You know what I did do?
For us to start planning your wedding.
I started writing a guest list, and believe it or not, I don't have a lot of people I want to invite. Like I could like
Hell yeah.
I wrote down everyone, and without it being a stretch, I had like 60, 70 people from me and Tyler. Like, I don't know. I don't know how people have 200 people at their weddings. Like, I don't want
Because it's
people
all
who
for show.
I met once or people who like
No.
I don't know about. I don't know their family. Like, I don't want people like that at my wedding.
Yeah.
So I genuinely don't know why people have such big weddings, because I mean, I put down everyone who was like, you know, important in my life, and I had like 60 people, and that was like the most I could come up with.
Wow.
But even that was
wild.
like it was interesting, because I'm like, ooh, what? I don't know how to do this.
That's so funny though. I feel like everyone, okay, so it's like, I know we're dragging this intro on, but I feel like everyone around me is like getting engaged right now. Like fucking,
really?
Yeah, low key. So, okay, both of my parents are engaged.
Oh, true.
I know. You're engaged. Fucking Megan just got engaged. One of me and my boyfriend's mutual friends just got engaged to his girlfriend of a few years.
You just keep hearing it around.
I know Ashley, my cousin listens, and I think that within the next year her boyfriend's going to propose. Like, I think that I just feel that energy. And I'm just like, it's so stupid, because like I've been with my boyfriend for like a couple like months now, and I'm like, where's my ring at? And he's like, bitch, you're fucking crazy.
Slow your horses.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think, is there anything else? I mean, sorry guys, this is kind of a long catch up, but also not sorry. Also, we have failed to mention what this episode's going to be about.
Oh,
we have
so
on,
true. Oh my God.
we have on Lizzy B Beauty, who is a fashion and beauty blogger, and she also has an OnlyFans, and she's making dough, people. She is making good money from OnlyFans, and we kind of just wanted to have this conversation, break down the stereotypes around OnlyFans and like making money from it. And we talk all about it. We ask her all the questions that we're curious about. The most questions that she gets, usually because she's like on TikTok telling people how to do it.
That's how we found her.
Yeah. So if you've ever been curious about it, yeah, listen to the rest of the episode, because we pretty much cover all the bases.
Yeah. Did you want to do app of the week? So we're doing a new segment, guys, instead of pro tip, because we just forgot pro tip like half of
every episode. We forgot about every episode. So we have a few new segments.
Stuck it in there somewhere, but we have 2 new segments that we're introducing for season 4. One is called App of the Week, and then another one is Amazon must-haves, because you guys know last season we were doing like Amazon like hauls, like things that we had ordered, and yeah, there's just a bunch of like really useful shit. Yeah.
And I love seeing that shit on TikTok, because TikTok makes me buy Amazon stuff all the time. And
my God, it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, those are our 2 new segments that we are presenting to you guys. App of the Week, Amazon must-haves. I just realized we need to come up with like catchy like App of the Week.
Oh God. Not this again.
Not this again. Okay, we will make this fast. Wait, there is something else. Oh, also something I want to mention to you guys. In our last episode, the last episode of season 3, of season 3, we explained to you guys like the amount of effort and work that goes into creating these episodes every week. And for season 4, we're going to take a different approach, and we kind of just want to like fill you guys in and be transparent, so it's not like random and you're kind of like wondering what changed. We are going to be a little more like kind of casual with the show, and it's not that we are caring any less, it's that we want it to feel less like work and more like fun. I mean, that's, to sum it up, that's pretty much it. We're not going to plan out our episodes in so much detail like we have been. We're not going to like get so down on ourselves if you know, an episode is coming out on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. Like, we're just going to be we're going to give ourselves some slack here. And for you guys, just know it is for our best interests and for our passion and motivation to keep this thing going and keep it sustainable. yeah, so we're just going to try a new, more laxed approach this season.
Laid back, yeah. I would just say laid back. I mean, you mentioned like if an episode comes out on a Tuesday, I'm like, I do not want an episode coming out on a Tuesday. But yes, everything else, we are going to just be like more laid back, a little bit more whiskey, a little less water, but
yeah, I mean, because we are our own bosses here. And I feel like this whole time we've been very kind of like had a foot on our throat. Like, this is how things need to be. It needs to be professional. It needs to be consistent. And although we do want to keep it as professional and as consistent, I think we have to give ourselves some space to kind of just not put so much pressure on ourselves.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah, and just have more fun with it in general. Like, this is supposed to be fun. So
yeah. And so it hasn't been.
No, it has. But, you know, we do that. I do that for sure. I put a lot of pressure on myself and
100%.
Set the bar really high. So, yeah, we're just going to be more laxed.
Fuck the bar.
Okay. Now that PSA is also over, app of the week, go.
Hell yeah, brother. Was I? Oh shit! I forgot. I was like, "Am I doing this?" So we've talked about this before, and it's a website as well as an app. We've talked about it. We love it. We endorse it. We want them to sponsor us.
It's called them Trello. To pay us.
It's called Trello. Give us your money. We love Trello because, like, we're truly a ride or die for Trello, and this isn't sponsored. We truly wish it was.
Guys, I wish this was sponsored.
Yeah, but we just wanted to recommend it. We've recommended it in the past, but if you guys are new here, Trello is like a self-organization app. We use it for our personal brands. We use it for Whiskey and Water. We use it for our assistant Taylor, all that good stuff. And basically, it just allows you to like make. I don't know.
It's a to-do list. It's a to-do list on crack. Mm-hmm. That's how I say.
Yeah, it is. And you can like make checklists inside of like these different things. It's just really, really good. You have to toy around and see like there's so many different ways to like customize it for you, but it's also really straightforward.
And there's definitely features that we don't utilize that we probably should. But yeah, we use it to keep track of our Instagram collaborations, of our ideas, of our podcast episodes, of like my daily to-do tasks, my goals. Like I just have, that is like where my brain just dumps out things that I don't want to forget later. Mm-hmm. So yeah, check it out. It's called Trello. Can't recommend it enough.
It's great for personal businesses too. Like if you have a business and you kind of need to put everything in one place so that you like can kind of brain dump there and like kind of like you can look at like the entire like site and like have like different columns for different parts of like you can have finances, you can have like incoming products or projects that you're working on, things like that. So
it's user friendly.
I don't know where I was going with that. I had something else in my mind. I forgot. I have no idea.
Anyways,
guys, it's getting late.
Amazon must-haves.
Yes.
Okay, this is it for me. And TikTok made me buy this. I got this stainless steel medical grade stainless steel tongue scraper, and I am obsessed with it.
She's told me about it like 100 times.
I love my tongue being clean. Like I just do. And sometimes I'll eat stuff and it like leaves a weird residue and taste in the back of my tongue and I can't stand
you're like,
it.
Tongue scraper.
And I'm like, tongue scraper. Like I will keep one in my fucking car if I have to. I love that shit. Anyway, and it's so satisfying in the morning just seeing all the white film come off. Sorry if TMI, but like, it's so good. It gets me every time.
I do the same thing with my, like, I use a toothbrush though.
Yeah, I know, but this is just better because you just see it all falling off. Anyways, so if you want, I'll leave the link for that. The set that I bought, it's like, I think it comes with 2 and it's 2 for $15. So pretty affordable in my opinion.
I have plastic ones that work really well too. That might not be as expensive.
Yeah, well, it's like, I gotta recommend this one. The shape of it, and you hold it like this, and then you just scrape down. It's great. Okay, that's it. Let's get into our episode, shall we?
Yeah, guys, this is an interesting one. It's really fun, and Lizzy is great. And like we said, we are giving you guys the ins and out of the OnlyFans business. So anyways, swipe up to subscribe. We will be making OnlyFans.
And I's OnlyFans. Honestly, and by the way, on our break that we just took, I told Tyler, he's like, oh, how'd it go? And I'm like, good. We had this girl on who's from OnlyFans, and he's like, all right. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to start making some money. He's like, I want 40%. Like,
oh my God.
You stupid motherfucker. We called that. But 40, I'm like, that. Chill.
40, yeah, bitch. Not unless you're fucking putting in work. You better get into fucking Speedo, Tyler.
Better put a thong on right now.
Awesome. So, right. I mean, that's really funny, guys, because we talk about this in the episode, but it all ties together.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's get into it.
We will see you guys on the other side.
See you on the other side. All right, guys, we are here with Lizzy. Thank you, Lizzy, for joining us. Welcome to the remote whiskey and water table. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on today. I'm super excited.
Yes. And
we're out here popping your podcast cherry.
Yes, we are. This is her first podcast. So thank you for joining us. Just got to say, I love the eyeshadow and the background matching, the purple going on. Yes.
And I'm matching you. You didn't tell me. Olivia missed the memo, but it's fine.
You know what? My phone is purple, if that counts.
Ooh, I love that.
All right. So let's just hop right into it. Shall we, ladies?
Yeah, definitely. Perfect. So Lizzy, tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background and what you're doing now, and we'll hop into it.
All right. So I'm Lizzy. So basically my background in life is that I'm a math person. I'm like a statistician full time. So
what?
I have a bachelor's degree. Like I went that route, still going that route. That's what I do full time. But I've always loved makeup and fashion. So one day I was at Panera actually, and the cashier was like, "You have amazing eyeliner." She's like, "Do you have like a YouTube channel?" And I was like, "No."
No way.
I was like, maybe I'll make one like for fun. So I made a YouTube channel. Didn't do too great. YouTube's kind of hard, but
it is. Hence why we haven't tried it yet.
Yep.
So then I made my Lizzy B Beauty Instagram and started posting makeup, and I kind of transitioned more into fashion, and now it's like a second full-time job for me. So super, super busy. Also started my OnlyFans recently, a couple months ago. Extra income, that kind of thing.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
You love to see it.
Really busy all the time, but I like to keep busy. So kind of a jack of all trades. I got a lot of stuff going on. So
cool. Okay, wait. I need to know more about this before we dive into it.
Statistician?
Yeah, I need to know about this math job because I'm literally like, this goes against all the times I've been like sitting in a math class. I'm like, what the fuck am I ever going to need this for?
And Lizzy's like, I'll tell you where.
Yeah. I got a message on Instagram today, and this guy was like, because it says math nerd in my bio, and he was like, "Do you actually like math?" He's like, "No one likes math." I was like, "I do." I was like,
honestly, it's rare. And you're talking to two people who cannot do simple math. And we talk about that all the time. So yeah.
I feel like that's a guy like messaging you and being like, "Oh, you like math? Name 3 equations." You know what I mean?
Literally.
Solve this algorithm.
Yeah, oh, you really like math? Prove it. Because girls can't like math, you know?
Exactly.
God forbid.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I basically like analyze data. So I'm looking at numbers all day. I make models. I do some programming and stuff.
That is so legit.
I'm a nerd during the day, and then I just kind of jump into influencer mode at 5:00.
So cool. I love that. Mathematician by day, influencer by night.
Yep, that's me.
Jeez, killing it. Okay, so we actually found you. I think Taylor found her, right? And then sent us her profile, our assistant, right?
All right, yeah. So I think Taylor or me, I can't remember, found you on TikTok via this video that you made about OnlyFans, and we thought it was so interesting, and we had to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. So what called you to start an OnlyFans?
Really, I saw tons of other people's success with it, and it was one of those things where you're like, oh, like I doubt I would ever be good at it. Like, it's probably just something you see online. So I like really doubted it at first, but I was like, maybe because I have, you know, a decent following, I'd get some subscribers. So one day I just randomly put the link in my bio. I was kind of iffy about promoting it anywhere because it's like family and stuff. But so I put the link in my bio, and then all of a sudden I was getting all these subscribers, and I was like, oh, this is like legit. And then, but I was like, I don't feel comfortable, you know, with everything or what some people might expect. So I just kind of put my own spin on it, and it's been really successful. So I started it like 2 months ago, and I've made a ton of money. It's helped me out a lot. So
cool. That. Okay, we have questions because we were just curious to do this episode, and I feel like it's something a lot of girls are also curious on because like you, Jess and I have seen like people here and there, our friends, our influencer friends, just like low key, just share like a swipe up to subscribe, and we're like, I see you.
Yeah. Well, so not to mention, it's getting becoming like a viral thing on TikTok. Like I see videos. I mean, I don't know. Maybe my For You page just like, come on, bitch, let's go. But I keep seeing videos that are like, like people are, you know, sharing how much they're making on fucking OnlyFans and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, these bitches are out here making my salary. Yeah. And I'm like, they're like, my hourly is your salary. But yeah, so we've just been super like interested, and basically like I know that, so like you said, like you were kind of uncomfortable sharing it at first.
Yeah.
So when you first got on, and I think you made another TikTok too, and it was like how to make money on OnlyFans without posting nudity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what kind of content do you post?
So basically, it's like I post honestly just a lot of similar stuff to my feed, just like other fashion pictures. You know, I've posted some like more stripped down like lingerie type stuff. But no full nudity. And I guess a lot of my subscribers will message me and be like, I like the tease. Like, I don't just want to see like, you know, full blown everything all the time. Like, and honestly, a lot of it is about like the relationships you make with the people, which people don't really understand. Like, honestly, a lot of the people that subscribe just like want to feel like a connection kind of. I know that sounds weird, but honestly, that's a huge part of it that people don't really think of. So I've just been kind of like building little relationships here and there, and it's helped me out a lot. So
that's so interesting. And I think that that's definitely what a lot of people probably don't realize is that like these are people that low key just want to like talk to you. Like that's why they're subscribing for an opportunity to kind of like get closer to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's almost like, it's almost like the platform gives them that opportunity where it's like, that's what's expected, because it's interesting how they could DM you for free, but like with the incentive of an OnlyFans, it's like they don't feel bad because they know like you're on there and they know that they're like paying you for your time. So it's kind of like, it's a win-win really.
Yeah. And it's like if they message, like I get tons and tons of messages on Instagram that I just ignore because they're just bunch of weirdos, but
you just send them your link and you're like, subscribe.
But like, you know, then I go on OnlyFans and I have like less messages and they're like more personal and like I don't you know, like you said, they're like paying for my time, so I don't know, like it's easier, and I don't know, it's different, and I like it. It's, you know, it is like, and I'm in control also, so it's like if I don't feel comfortable, like if they want to unsubscribe, it's, you know, I don't care, do whatever you want. It's like, it's my page, it's my content, everything. So I like it. It's a good decision that I made, I would say.
Good. Yeah. No, I'm happy about that. And I think we need to like, there's obviously this like stigma around the OnlyFans and like that it's kind of, it has a reputation, you know? And that's like a big reason why we kind of wanted to have you on and have this conversation, like, and kind of just normalize it.
Yeah.
Because we're out here putting pictures of ourselves in bathing suits on our feed for free for the world to fucking like and do whatever the fuck they do to it.
For free $99.
And, you know, it's like, it's not a bad idea to have people pay for your content. Like,
well, I think that there's a bigger argument here to be made, which is like men and just, I guess, I don't, you know, I hate to generalize, but men, you know who we're talking about when we say men, hate it to see women profiting off of their over being sexualized. Like, you guys are the one who sexualized us, and now we want to make money off of it, and now you have a fucking problem with it. You know what I mean? And so I think that that's kind of where a lot of the stigma stems from. And then, you know, of course, there's girls who think that they're better than others because, you know, they're not profiting off of it. But it's also like, someone here is making more money and
giving less fucks.
Exactly. And minding their own damn business.
Who's winning here?
Exactly. So when you how does the platform like work? So like you said that you like message these people. Do you get paid per message, or is it just via the subscription, or like can they send you like tips? Like how does it how what's the lowdown on it?
Yeah, I want to break it down for people who are maybe thinking about it, curious about it, just want to know how it works.
Yeah, we're breaking the stigma right now.
So basically, like when you log on, it just looks like a normal feed. Like you can scroll down and just see, you know, posts from people you subscribe to or whatever. So basically, when someone subscribes to me, I get like a notification. My price is $15. So I'll say like, you know, so-and-so subscribed for $15. They can stay anonymous. A lot of people ask me that. They can either put a name or stay anonymous. So
I didn't know that they could do that.
So a lot of the times you don't know who these people are. Yeah. So basically, my messaging is free. So if they want to message me or I want to message them, it's free. But there is options where you can have them pay just to message you. And then aside from subscriptions, basically every time you make a post of a picture or a video, people can tip the post. So, you know, that's their way of saying, oh, I like this. So, you know, people can tip anywhere from like $2 to like $100, depending on if they like it. And
can we just make OnlyFans the new Instagram? Because like my ass is real tired. My ass is real tired of posting these free pictures.
Yeah, so, you know, sometimes I'm surprised. Like, I'll just post a normal photo. Like, I posted a picture where I was, like, smiling, and someone was, like, tip me, like, $50 and was, like, love to see your smile. Like, it happened. People don't believe me, but
that's wild.
And then, aside from that, you can also send messages that are, like, unlocked to watch the video, so they have to like to see it. So there's stuff that they could pay to see if they want.
There's like upsells.
Yeah, so you know, it's a lot of. I don't do those as much, but I've seen other pages where that's like how a lot of the people make their money. But most of them are from tips and subscriptions, I would say. So.
Okay, cool. So there's like this initial fee that they'll pay just to follow your page pretty much. And then there's like incentives built within the system to kind of upsell them on things, on content.
And their subscriptions are on like a month-to-month basis. So, you know, say you have 100 subscribers and they all subscribe. So you get their $15 every month. So
Liv's out here doing math. We're about to make a fucking whiskey and water OnlyFans, motherfucker.
Oh my God. We have actually the funniest story about that, which I think we're going to share in the intro. So you guys hopefully heard it already.
In the intro?
Do you want to share it now?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it now.
Okay, fuck it.
Because I want Lizzy to hear the story and be here for it.
You're obviously, so I think like, I mean, it's really, it's not the same because like, you know that website Seeking Arrangements?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's really not the same as OnlyFans.
No, not at all.
Anyways, we had like our corporate job and there was all this stuff going around about like seeking arrangements and sugar babies and this and that. And like Jess and I like jokingly, we were like, we should make a page. And then we were like, ha ha ha. Actually, though, like miserable at our corporate job, and we were like, "Fuck it, let's just make a page like for fun. Like, let's just do it," because
we were hoping to like find people that would just like basically, pay to talk to us, or like pay to like, or just like hoping to like go to dinner and just pay us to go to dinner. You know,
like $500 for dinner, whatever it was. That was our intention. We never wanted to do anything more than that. And we were also we didn't have the balls to like make our own profile, so we were like, let's just make a joint profile.
Yeah.
So
we like made fake names.
We made fake names. Oh yeah.
Put our fucking pictures up, and of course, the messages they start pouring in, and then we're like, what are we doing? Like, there's no. We're like, it was. We were so scared. But Liv, take it away.
Okay, so we ended up, and by the way, this is when I was on a break with my boyfriend, if anyone's wondering. So this was like 2000. I don't know, the year's irrelevant. So we get a message, and it's this couple, and it's like, it's this couple, like not like a guy. So we were like, okay, we'll go to dinner with a couple to see how it is. It's safe. And it was the weirdest, most uncomfortable dinner we have ever gone on. Like,
okay. But wait, I think it's important to mention that there was multiple people. Like, we had sent our location. Like, we're not condoning this to anyone. Like, we were extremely safe. We actually had
a friend there.
We had a friend and her boyfriend at the bar while we were on this dinner, literally like sending us photos
just to make sure that we wouldn't get kidnapped. Like, we were being smart about it.
Yeah,
but it was like, long story short,
you didn't get paid for it. Like,
it wasn't like we assumed. Honestly, we assumed, and that was our bad because we did not get paid and we wasted our damn time. Okay. But it's a funny story. Let me tell you, they spent like $500 on dinner on steak that we did not touch. We didn't even eat because we were so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We had gotten to that point where we were like, oh my God, they have drugged our water. They told the chef to drug the steak.
Oh it was just weird. I think we like had something else in mind, and we were like, you know what? We don't want to do this. We were just kidding.
Were they trying to like do more after dinner? Like,
no, they were really just like scoping us out, asking us if we like to travel and like to get spoiled. And then like we were just like, you know what, this is not the vibe. Like our vibe.
Yeah. They definitely weren't like, they weren't creepy. It was just really awkward. Like they were just really uncomfortable people.
Yeah, and then they kept asking us about our lives, obviously, because we're talking, and we're like sitting there with fake identities, like not wanting to tell them about our actual life. We
were pulling life stories out of our asses.
It was bizarre. Anyways, that's our one experience with that, like, even side of the fucking spectrum.
You can kind of compare it because there are like sugar daddies on OnlyFans and like tipping you, so there definitely are similarities, but I wouldn't meet anyone in person, so that's like but
that's probably a good idea.
That's where you draw the line.
It's probably a good idea.
Yep.
I really like how like you don't post nude, because I think when people hear OnlyFans, they think it's like pretty much like
all you post.
Someone's own personal porn site, or like, posting nudes and just sexual things. I know a lot of porn stars have OnlyFans too, and they make a lot of money from that. But you have capitalized off of it without doing that. And even better, you go on TikTok and you like tell people how to do that.
I know. I got the idea because I see a ton of people like advertising their OnlyFans on TikTok, like basically, kind of like dancing and being like, hey, subscribe to me. And I was like, I don't care about like doing that. I was like, I'd rather like share some info, like, try to get some other people to maybe start it, like tell them how lucrative it is. So like my intention was always just to like, help other people become successful at
a selfless queen.
And
really doing God's work.
I got 2 million views on it. I was like, oh my God. Like, and I was getting so many messages. I still am, like, to this day. So I mean,
yeah.
And I think that just goes to show how many people are curious about it, but maybe like too scared of judgment, or they don't want to, like you said, they don't want to advertise on their personal account. But the way I see it, and I think this is going to be happening even more, I think it's going to be less nudes and more just bonus content. Kind of like, what's the other thing people can have? A Patreon?
Patreon,
Yeah.
Well, I think that that this girl that we know in Miami, Yes Jules, I think that she has one where she posts like fitness shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's only fitness stuff. And like, that's dope because like, that's just another way to utilize the platform. Like we could technically do that like for Whiskey and Water. Like if we wanted to like release episodes, like bonus episodes there, whatever it may be. But you mentioned that a lot of people had a lot of questions. So what would you say are like the most common questions, or like if someone was listening, like what do you think that they would have in mind to ask or be curious about?
The biggest question I got was, how do you advertise it? A lot of people will start one out and they notice that they're not getting any subscribers. Basically, I just, I said Instagram, Twitter, other social media platforms. But a lot of people said, well, I don't want my family to find out and stuff like that. So there it gets a little harder, especially if you don't have any sort of following to start. So, I mean, you pretty much just have to promote it on your socials, I'd say. Otherwise, people won't be able to find it. So it definitely, it gives you a leg up if you already have a following.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the person. And a lot of people were like, well, you already had so many followers. Like, that's not fair to like, make everyone think they're going to make this much money. But it's like, maybe you won't make as much money, but you could still make some money. Like,
you're like, I'm not held liable if you make an OnlyFans and you don't make money.
People call on your TikTok, they're like trying to sue you.
This bitch said that I would make money.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just trying to help people. I'm not saying this is what your experience is going to be like,
Yeah.
Right.
Disclaimer.
And then aside from that, I would say a lot of people ask me if you have to pay taxes on the money, which you do. It's like self-employment.
Yeah.
So, they'll send you a form for tax season and you declare it as any other income. So,
oh my God, that just made me think. Yeah, I mean, it's money is money, and it's legal money. It's not like it's like drug money.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if like I just did my taxes and I'm like, I wonder what my accountant would think if he saw just like he's like $30,000 OnlyFans.
What up,
like,
Robert?
What up, Robert?
We have the same accountant.
They were like, well, like a couple people messaged me and they're like, well, my dad does my taxes. I'm like, I don't know, do your own taxes, get TurboTax. I don't know.
I don't know, grow up. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God. But it's smart because the way it is now on every social media platform, even if you want to grow your Instagram page or your YouTube page, whatever it is, you have to be utilizing all of the apps anyway. So it's like, if you're, it makes sense that a way to market is, and it also like TikTok is such a good way to reach new people. So it's not just the people who are following you. Maybe your family isn't even on the app yet. Yeah. So like from my perspective, I'd say go on TikTok and try to advertise on there, because you can reach new people every day.
Or Twitter. I mean, Twitter's a great way too. And Twitter, you can post various like, if that is your jam, to post like a little bit more like scandalous, revealing things, whatever, like whatever you want to call it. Twitter does allow, like their policies allow for nude, I think, stuff. Yeah. So if that's your jam, you can find like porn on Twitter.
News to me.
And
don't ask me how I know that.
Yeah, I'm like, I see all I see is politics on my Twitter feed.
You gotta follow, you're following the wrong people, brother.
Shit.
A lot of people ask me, they're like, can I make it anonymous or can I crop my face out? I mean, you can do whatever you want with it, really. I mean, there's no strict rules. Be whoever you want to be. I don't know. And honestly, people are asking me, I'm like, truthfully, if you start making like a lot of money on it, like, if it's legal, does it really matter like where it comes from? I mean, like, I'm happy paying off my bills. Like, it doesn't bother me that it's from OnlyFans. Like,
and at the end of the day, I mean, like, our president was literally a reality fucking TV star. So it's like, I was going to say like, oh, well, you're not, if you're not trying to be president, but also realistically, even if you were trying to be fucking president, I think it's fine.
I know, who knows? But yeah, so I got a ton of questions. I tried to answer as many of them as I could, but yeah, I had no
honestly
clue.
we're just gonna drop this link to every comment, every person who asked. We're just gonna be like, all right guys, just listen to this episode, we got the fucking answers for you.
What you said about it being anonymous, I think it was a TikTok that I came across of, it's like it was like a horror story, like an OnlyFans horror story. And the girl was like, I came home from college and I was looking over my dad's shoulder. She's like, I have a TikTok. It's anonymous. It's like helping me get through college and like just pay for food and shit.
You mean OnlyFans? You said TikTok? Is that what you mean?
I meant OnlyFans. Yeah, I had OnlyFans to try to make money. And then she said she came home for like her holiday break and she's looking over her dad's shoulder and sees her OnlyFans pulled up on his phone, him like not realizing it's his daughter, and she like died.
I would quite literally.
And she was posting nude, but it was anonymous. But still, I feel like people have those horror stories out there, and it like makes them so scared to even try it. Or do you have any like crazy? What's like the craziest or weirdest thing that's happened to you? Because I feel like that's what people are scared of too. Is like, oh, I don't want any like creepy guys or whatever.
I mean, well, I feel like, well, there definitely has been a lot of creepy guys. Let me tell you. I mean. I was really worried starting out, like, you know, what if my family sees it? Like, my friends, what are people going to think of me? But I think it's probably because I don't post full nudity that I, you know, am more comfortable sharing my experiences, I guess. Like, if I posted everything, I would be much more like, oh God, someone's going to find out. Like, which, I mean, you don't have to be that way. Like, you should feel comfortable no matter what.
Right.
But it's just like, I think that's the reason why I'm not as like that.
Ashamed or like scared.
Yeah. But I was at my house and apparently my sister found out that I had an OnlyFans and she was like, you know, like, well, you're making all this OnlyFans money. And I was like, how did you know? And then I was like, oh, she must have clicked the link in my bio. But I was just like, whatever, like, I don't care. I'm 24. It's not, I don't know, maybe
right.
18, but it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah. And at some point it's like, I don't know. I feel like that judgment is just something people are going to judge you no matter what you do. Yeah. So like, and that's something we like talk about on the show all the time. It's like, we made a podcast. People are going to judge it. We put out photos every day. We talk on our Instagram stories. People are going to judge us and think whatever they want. So it's like, if you're letting the fear of others' judgment stop you from making money.
Yeah.
Why? Like, why? Even if you are posting nude, like I totally want to normalize this. Like, it's my fucking body. If I want to make money from posting pictures, I'm gonna do that. And like, why should that be put down? Why should that be shamed? Sex work is a real thing. Like, porn stars work really hard and they're good at their job. You know, like eventually we'd want to have a porn star on and have them talk about their experience. Yeah. But I remember like sometime last year, this Miami promoter put on his stories, like basically him just like subliminally calling out like a girl he used to talk to. And he was like, oh, OnlyFans. Pff, yeah, right. You belong on the streets. Some bullshit like that. And I called him the
or like no girl with self-respect would ever make an OnlyFans type energy. And
like I rarely put people on blast. I never do. And I was just like, who the fuck are you to tell a girl or shame anyone for their decisions with what they do with their body, how they decide to make money? Like, one, it's not your business. Two, they can do whatever they want. Why does that make you so mad, you know?
And he was like a self-proclaimed like spiritual
yogi,
love all type bullshit. So he definitely got called out. And he later came on his stories and was like, he goes, I've seen the error in my ways. I was like, all right, bro.
But I think there's this whole judgment that like I'm just totally down to start breaking down, because it's like, who cares?
I did get some messages like that on my TikTok. Like, from men and women that were like, you know, why are you degrading yourselves? Like, I'm worried for the future of our country. Like, OnlyFans isn't a real job. Get a real job. All this stuff. Like,
You're like, I'm a fucking mathematician, bitch.
I know. I'm like, it's not my only job, and even if it was, it's fine. But like, people assume so much about people, especially based on what they see online. It drives me nuts. Like, that's a whole other story. But
yeah, you're telling us.
Yeah,
but I love the fact, like, you're a perfect example. You analyze data during the day. Like, tell me to get a real job, please.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
whatever. It's like, I'm the one over here thriving, making money. So I'm
thriving, paying off my debt, like, suck a dick. That's how I feel about it.
So it's completely like, it's completely safe, right? Like, has there been any concerns in that realm of like people who like just scared people are gonna like come find you type shit? Because like I get worried about that shit on Instagram, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't felt unsafe. I mean, I feel like just on Instagram in general, you kind of always kind of feel that, but I mean, I have no problem like blocking someone, or if I feel super threatened, like, you know, bringing it somewhere else. But it does feel safe. I mean, I feel like the people mainly want to remain anonymous anyway, so I haven't felt unsafe in any way.
And I feel like that does make like your side of it feel better. Like, cause I don't even know why, but like me thinking just for myself, like if I'm talking to someone and I don't know their identity, it's kind of like, I don't know, it makes it more comfortable for some reason. What do you think, Jess? Do you think it makes it like more or less comfortable?
Depends on the mood I'm in. I could be like, this is really fucking freaking me out right now. Like, I probably, if I ever were to make one, I probably wouldn't allow messages without, like, they probably have to pay me for a message. And so, I don't know. It just scares me because I think that my biggest, like, I don't know, concern about it is that, like, if these people are willing to pay to see me, one, are they okay? Two,
yes, they're okay. They're just bored. I think people are bored and people are lonely. And I think that's the real reason like, they're willing to pay for interaction.
And I think it's different because like you said, like you're not posting nude, but like if you're posting scandalous stuff and you're getting a bunch of like tips and engagement on it, like couldn't you kind of assume that these people are jacking off to your photos? You know what I mean? And like I've had messages of guys like message me from my my Instagram and be like, just rubbed one out to this, and I'm like, and it makes me so uncomfortable. So I'm like, I don't know how I would necessarily feel about that. Then again, like, they're doing their own thing, so it's like, should I even really give a shit?
I mean, just speaking for myself, I feel like even though I've still gotten messages like that, even though I don't post like nudity, but you honestly just kind of have to like ignore it and just move on and be like, it's just a part of it, unfortunately. But
you know what? Like, that's a part of what we already do. Like, I mean, obviously, if you're posting, the more sexual you are, the more, you know, you can assume that might be happening. But do you ever look at your saves on Instagram? Like, why are 500 people saving a picture of me in my bikini? So, like, fuck, I might as well get paid for that shit.
No, I hear you. And that's, like, the other side like, of it, you know?
Yeah, it's like you can't you can't control that side once you put stuff out there. And I feel like we already put so much of ourselves out there on Instagram and stuff. And, like, we're in a bathing suit. Really, what's the difference between you're saying you're showing the same amount of skin? Obviously, the incentive is the objection is what's the word I'm looking for? The point is different. Lingerie versus a bathing suit. Come on, mathematician, help us out with language.
She's like, I know numbers, not words.
The intention. I guess the intention is different, but when it comes down to it, it is the same like amount of skin.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
like,
not to mention, I've posted lingerie on my goddamn account too. It's not like I just post fucking swimwear.
And your ass isn't getting paid. You're just not getting paid.
Honestly, I'm just gonna fucking, what's it called? OnlyFans? OnlyFans. Let me just download this bitch real quick.
Honestly, it's a conversation worth having. And I think by having these conversations, it normalizes it, you know? It doesn't make it like such a sketchy, judgmental thing. Because like, you know, I have friends from high school who've made one, and like every time I see it, I'm just like, you know, there may be like an initial judgment, but for me, and something that I think we always try to encourage our audience is like, listen to yourself and see how you are judgmental of other people, and then like challenge yourself on that. Because I've even seen it like that initial reaction is like, oh, and then it's like, man, fuck it, like she's making money, she's doing what she wants, like
minding her own like that's my whole thing. If you're fucking minding your own business, not hurting anyone, then then what are we talking about here? Like let people live their lives. And I mean, I'm definitely guilty of it too. Like I mean, not to mention, I mean, I think in every aspect of life we kind of like grow up and hopefully mature. And I think that one of the biggest things for, you know, both Olivia and I is like I initially when I was younger, like I definitely would have like judged this a lot more. I would have judged sex workers. I would have judged, you know, any porn star or stripper. But like, you know, now that we've aged, we realize that like this is completely a normal and valid, you know, line of work, and people should be normalized. Because like I said, I think it all boils back down to the stigma. Like we are victims of the patriarchy at the end of the day. I know I'm getting like super fucking crazy over here.
I mean, but it's
patriarchy.
When it comes down to it's just like systemic sexualism of women, and it's like women sexualizing themselves has always been like, oh, but you can't do that. Like only I can sexualize you and watch you eat like a double hamburger with your titties out. It's like, but as soon as we want to start making money from that, it's a problem. Like,
I was afraid when I posted that TikTok. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to get supporters or if I'm going to get a bunch of hate. Like, why do you have an OnlyFans? Like, I was super worried, but I like all the comments started rolling in, you know, like, oh my God, how do you do that? I want to start one. Like, you're awesome. Go girl. Like 99% of the comments were like that. So I was surprised about all the support that I actually got from it. That was really cool, actually.
Yeah, that is really cool.
It's Gen Z, dude. Gen Z is like
lit. They're lit.
Honestly, yeah, like it's crazy. Like I see a ton of videos on my For You page of like, I saw a video the other day of this girl who was like, how I make money selling foot pics. And like it was so viral, and like so many people are like asking how to do it. And I think that like that's so awesome, because I think it's becoming more and more normalized, and it's conversations like this, and it's, you know, people like sharing their experiences that allows people to kind of like break down their judgment of it.
And especially during this like whole COVID situation, like everyone's in quarantine, people lost their jobs. Like if OnlyFans is keeping you like
afloat,
able to pay your bills, fucking you go. Why would you deny someone of that? Like, you know,
like why do you care how someone pays their bills? Like,
honestly,
it's wild.
Question of the year. Okay, is there any other? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I'm curious about when I start my page?
Yeah, right. Honestly, I do love that you don't post any nudity, just because I feel like that's not something that people realize you can do. Not because I feel like not because one is more valid than the other, but just so people realize, like, you can do whatever the fuck you want on this like, private page.
At the end of the day, it's called OnlyFans. So, you know, your fans are subscribing to you. It's not just about nudity. Like you said, it could be fitness, or I could have been posting makeup. Like, I don't know. And at the end of the day, if they don't like your content, they can just unsubscribe. It's easy.
Yeah. And I think also the reason you've gotten a lot of success through TikTok is like, because you're owning it. Like like you said, like a lot of people are just ashamed, or they want to keep it private or a secret. So I think when others see you going on there and owning it and being like, yeah, this is how much fucking money I made last month, and like this could be you. I think people are just like kind of respect it, you know?
Yeah. Thank you.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, so we do have to wrap this up, we do have 3 questions. In the past, we've called this deep dive. However, we are going to change it up a little bit this season, make it not so deep, a little bit more fun.
We're still, if you guys have any ideas for a new name for this question round, let us know. Because we're like, you're trying to, it's deep dive. It's still 3 questions, but it's not like as like serious and deep. And like the only thing I can think of is shallow dive, and that's so lame. So like, please help us.
I won't let her do it. I won't let her do it to us, guys.
Okay, Jess said kiddie pool question.
Can't hear you. Transmission.
Like, kiddie pool, and I'm like, no, we're not calling it that. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, these are 3 questions that we're going to start asking every guest. They are new and fresh, so let's get into it. The first one is, if you could have your dream job, what would it be?
Okay. I think my dream job would be to actually work in the film industry.
Okay.
Like what? But I don't, on my beauty page, I post a lot of videos. I love like video editing, and I love films, and I love like special effects, visual effects, everything like that. I thought about going to film school when I went to college, but I was thinking about job security and not, whatever. So I still get to do my filmmaking, on my Instagram and YouTube and stuff. So I found a way to still kind of do, the stuff I like. But I think ultimately that would probably be my dream job in life.
Cool.
Awesome.
There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah. There's still lots of time left.
True.
All right. So our next question is, what's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten?
Best piece of advice.
It could also be something that, like, the best piece of advice you could give someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess just thinking right now off the top of my head, I've been told this, and I've been telling people too, like, I would say do things for yourself, and not like for others or what other people might think of you. Like, I was having this conversation today, and, people were like, do you just like post all your fashion pictures just to get all these likes and like get attention from guys and stuff? And I'm like, honestly, I like feeling confident. Like, I'm doing this for me. Like, I put makeup on for me, like not for everyone else to see, like, per se. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like someone told me that and it kind of stuck with me. So, just
love that.
do you. And that's kind of my mindset, and I'm happy and I feel good and confident. So hopefully others can kind of see that too.
Yeah,
awesome.
I love that, especially with the makeup, because I feel like that's been a thing. I've seen that where people are like, "Oh, you put makeup on for boys," and it's like, "No, bitch, I put it on for myself."
Yeah, I put it on because I like it. I dress the way I do because I like it. I like the clothes.
Right.
Have you guys heard that?
Not everything is for male attention.
Yeah, like.
Have you guys heard that, like, TikTok sound where it's like, I don't dress cool for men. I dress cool so the group of 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Well, the group of 12-year-olds walking past me will say, "Oh my God, did you see that girl's outfit? It was so cool." So, and I'm like, I relate.
Honestly, I fucking love TikTok. Like, where else are you gonna find content of someone telling you how to make an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
And like, I know there's rumors of it being banned in the US right now, and I know they're like, I know they're watching our shit and they're listening to our calls probably.
Oh,
but
TikTok, not OnlyFans.
I'll give it all up for TikTok. I don't care. I fucking love it.
Yeah, honestly, I've been thinking about that a lot, and like, I really can't say if I
Where
give a
else are you
shit
gonna find that content?
China's watching me.
The content is immaculate. Anyways, okay, the third question of our kiddie pool / shallow dive questions is, what would your autobiography be called if you ever wrote one, and why?
Oh God.
Data analysis by day, OnlyFans by night.
Honestly, though,
I feel like I could name these for you. Two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I feel like it would be something like, oh, my doorbell is ringing. I feel like it would be something like, something about how I actually, all right, I have to get my doorbell. That's
okay. Go.
Sorry about that. It was my boyfriend.
Oh, you're like, I can't leave him out there.
I deadbolted the door for some reason. I don't know.
She's like, oh, it's a doorbell, fuck it. And then she's like, oh God, he's going to be waiting out there.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh, wait, you have a boyfriend. Tell us about that. Because I feel like, I don't know how my okay, Tyler would either be like down and he'd be like, you're splitting profits half and half with me, or he'd be like, fuck no.
He would 100% say, all right, let's make some money. He would tell you once you reach a certain like threshold that he wants like a new truck or something.
Oh yeah, he would be like, you can do it if I get a cut. So what does your boyfriend think of it?
So at first he definitely was hesitant about it and like, was like, kind of thought what other people think, like, oh, it's just for like porn or like hardcore stuff. But I was like, I think like people will subscribe to me if I do like not nudity and type stuff. So I talked to him about it. I actually showed him a TikTok from another girl who made a ton of money. And I was like, look at the money that you could make. And then he was like, okay, like you can try it. Like, I told him no nudity and like that was his preference too. Like, not just because he said that, like I wouldn't want to anyway. But so he was fine with it. And, I tell him like the money I make and he's fine with it. He's
like, do your thing, pay your bills.
Yeah. So
yeah, I mean that's good though because it's just another example of like what you said earlier is like do things for you.
Yeah.
Like this is something that you wanted to do. You wanted to create another stream of revenue, and I mean really, it can only fucking benefit him. You're like, babe, your anniversary gift is about to be fat. Shut your mouth and let me work.
Exactly. I know. I'm paying for dinner more. It's like. He's fine.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
you're like, babe, shut up and hold this camera. All right.
Literally.
Get to work.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Did you have come up with the title for a possible autobiography?
I guess I would just say like statistician by day, like something else by night. I don't know my title.
I think Olivia spoiled it for you. Like I feel like you would have come up with that name, and now you're like, fuck.
It's like, come on, it's been like begging for that the whole episode. Like it's just perfect. I could not say it.
Wait, are we about to name the episode? Ooh. Wait, what is it? Is it statistician by day?
Yeah, how do you say that?
Statistician, yeah.
Statistician by day, OnlyFans by night. There you have it, baby.
Yeah. Boom. Done.
Yep. Good with
but also beauty blogger and fashion blogger too.
Yeah. She does it all, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Where can people find you if they want to follow you? And
subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Yes, actually. All the names of my socials are just at Lizzy B Beauty. So Instagram,
and that's Lizzy
Lizzy B Beauty.
Cool.
On Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans. So wherever you want to find me, Lizzy B Beauty.
Cool. Awesome. Make sure you guys tag her if you're listening. Shout her out. If you end up making an OnlyFans, give her credit. You should they should have a referral program, honestly.
They do actually. I think.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, if you
use her code.
Yeah, true. If you wanna sign up, I can send you my referral. And then I think I would make some sort of profit from it. I've never done it, but I know there is a referral program. So
okay, you need to be dropping that in those TikTok comments.
Yeah, honestly, well, good to know. We will maybe include it in the description.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll be hitting you up for your code later.
Yeah,
while I make my account.
In all seriousness. Okay, that's it. You guys have a great week. If you're not already subscribed to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, please go ahead and hit that button right now. Welcome to season 4. We are adding more whiskey.
And we will see you here next week.
And
bye,
we'll
brothers.
See you next week. Bye. Bye, Lizzy.
Bye.